And welcome back. And yeah, we're going to touch real quickly on the last international tournament popping off starting on Monday. Copa America Brazil, after it was moved twice in a matter of a couple weeks. It was supposed to be a joint operation between Colombia and Argentina. Colombia dropped out with COVID running wild, with things happening with the government and the people. Then it went to Argentina. Argentina unable to host it. They moved to Brazil. There was a moment where Brazil players almost protested and didn't play at all. Mm-hmm. But it looks like everything is going. It's going to happen. A new format this year. They split it up into two groups of 5.
Right.
No teams invited this time.
No guests, right? Yeah, no guests. Which was fun. It was fun to have the guests, but I think it was fun to have the guests because it's the same 10 for the qualifiers, right? Where other confederations, they don't have that issue. They always have new teams in the qualifiers, and in South America only has those 10 every single time. So it kind of brought that flavor, especially, it's a sour spot for us, but when they would bring Mexico, it was definitely fun to watch those when they were able to bring their real teams. So it's going to be different. It's going to be and it's probably got to be kind of weird, right? Because they got qualifiers coming up too. Oh, they actually already started them. So it's like overkill at this point, almost the same way Nations League is causing Copa Oro to kind of be overkill and the qualifiers right after. I think it's definitely going to hurt this confederation, just like CONCACAF. I think.
Yeah, because it's so much of the same in a way. So it's like you're just
same thing. You're showing all your cards. What do you want to show what do you want to plan a game and win a game here? Or do you want to qualify to the World Cup? You can't show all your cards right now. As a coach, it's got to be really tough. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, like you said, they just wrapped up 3 games of qualifying. So there's 6 games in the World Cup qualifying that they just finished. Unlike, USA or Mexico or Costa Rica or Honduras, where they get a month off, they're going right into now a week later, they're starting off this tournament, 2 groups.
Yeah.
Group A, Argentina, Bolivia, Uruguay, Chile, Paraguay. Group B, Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru. Round robin, they each play every team, and then from there, only one team gets sent home, which is also wild too.
Only one? Okay, I was gonna ask you how that worked. Okay, only one?
Yeah,
wow.
You get only one?
Wow. That's weird.
Yeah. And then you get quarterfinals with the team split up, and then we go from there. I mean,
that's definitely overkill. I already thought it was overkill. That's too much now. You're gonna do a round robin. You're gonna play 4 games of a group, and then probably gonna play these teams again. So you're probably gonna see teams play each other again twice. Or maybe it's too much. So out of those groups though, Grupo A, besides bashing it, Grupo A, obviously the top 2 they're already posted there. Brazil and Colombia definitely got to be the favorites in the first. For me, in Grupo A. And then Grupo B, but we talk about Grupo A first. So what do you think about Grupo A? We got Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Venezuela. What are you thinking there?
Yeah, so I think, Brazil, especially. So that's actually Group B. But yeah, Group.
No, it's A, right?
Mine says B.
Whatever. One of the groups. Yeah. One of the groups. Okay.
I mean, Brazil's if I'm basing this off the World Cup qualifying, where these guys haven't lost yet, they're 6-0, they're 18 points. They're the only
and they're at home, right?
They're at home too. I think they're above everybody else. You have Colombia who's playing without James Rodriguez because he wasn't fit enough. I think Ecuador is the one who I think could sneak in, get second in this group, and then Peru, the qualifying hasn't been going as well as they'd hoped, but this is a team that is playing with confidence after they've had a good last cycle. They make the World Cup for the first time in a very long time. They make Copa America finals. So I think this format also just really allows for a lot of leeway and to catch yourself up too. So yeah. I think Brazil's the one to favorite. I think Venezuela would be the one for me that I'd probably be the one to miss out.
Yes, I agree. I think Venezuela is definitely going to be the one that is probably not as strong in those 5. Oh, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. That's the thing with Fútbol, we don't know. That's the cool thing that is very competitive. It's very even. There are a couple of teams that there is Brazil that obviously is above them, but it's very even. And none of these teams are scared of Brazil. They don't really. No one's really scared of anyone there.
No, and there's real disdain between these teams too, which is really awesome. Like, you can have like a Portugal versus Germany matchup, but they don't hate each other.
No, they don't face each other enough. They don't face each other enough, right? So I tweeted the other day. I was like, I said, just me personally, I like Copa America I like watching it more than Euros. That was me. I posted that. My friends are, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I said that's what I like watching. Just because I don't know. I do have a connection with these teams, right? With, somos Latinos, but also I do know that these teams, they go at it, man. The games are even. They go at it. There's goleadas. There's like some kicks and stuff here and there. So they do it on the club level. They do it in the national team level. So I do like seeing these games for sure.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that. So the other group, you got Argentina, you got Bolivia, Uruguay, Chile, Paraguay. I mean, these groups, I think, set themselves up for fights.
Yeah, this is a bloodbath right here. This is a
cagey. I mean, you got Uruguay, who's whole soccer culture is one of warriors of 2 million, 3 million warriors of a country where they don't. And their national team represents that. They play that way. You know what I mean? It's the biman of a nation on a soccer team is Uruguay.
Yeah.
You have Chile, who are just like almost the same level of that right now in their soccer. You have Argentina, who are just dying to win an international tournament. And then you got Paraguay, who's kind of on their way up, trying to regain that glory they had in the 2000s. And at the end, you got Bolivia, who wants to get off the ground floor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think there's definitely the weakest link out of those five is going to be Bolivia. I think just league wise, club wise, the teams they have, the players. I think definitely they're going to be the fifth they're going to be the one that exits Group B. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously Argentina, they bring whoever they got, but like you said, when they play Uruguay, that's going to be a great game to watch. Chile doesn't back down anyone anymore. And then Paraguay, like you said, they're fighting to get back into that. They've always had that kind of like, we're here, we're good enough to be here. They probably don't have like, the generation that they used to have, but I think they're going to try to bounce back. They're probably going to get, number 3 or 4 in that group for sure.
Yeah, and you got a team in Chile who didn't make the World Cup 3 years ago.
So they got to redeem themselves.
Yeah, and the World Cup, and they won those 2 Copa Americas. They won the one they hosted. They won the one in the United States. So they're kind of in that middle confidence where they didn't make a World Cup, but they do have that confidence of winning the 2 Copa Americas, 2 of the last 3. So this group sets themselves up to be I think a 3-horse race for the top of the group, and then from there, who knows? Again, this format now allows for you to play well and then not play well and get a result.
You can tie 3 games. I mean, you only really need to win. You probably only need to win 1 game, and you can get into the next round.
The way the format is here, it really kind of allows yourself to. It's almost not about winning. It's just about because again, a lot of these players are also coming off long seasons.
Yeah.
So it's allowing a lot more leeway for you to rotate players, save them more than you would for a Euros. The way that tournament's set up, this one you can almost you can rotate guys and change things up and try to rest them as much as possible. It's almost like a chess. Like, don't lose, of course you want to win the game, but winning is not as important right now in this group stage as surviving and setting yourself up a little for further down. And,
Las rotaciones. Yeah. Osorio would do great here.
Quickly, the group reminds me a lot the way this tournament set up is like, have you like Olympic basketball? Have you seen?
Yeah.
Where they have so many teams, they'll play all these games, they'll play round robins, and then like 1 team, 2 teams go home in a group of like 7.
Yeah,
it kind of gives me that.
It's it's very youth tournament like too. It's like everyone's gonna play somebody, and then like that one team that couldn't even get 1 win, they're out. It's like, well, okay, but which makes the second round even better. Because then the second round is like, okay, now you guys got to go. Guys are rested. The yellow card thing. People probably gonna be able to sit off those suspensions too. So the second round will be really, really good because that's like 1 win. One and done. 1 and done.
Yep. All right. So